This video talks about the hardware security, in which this is also very important since the information that computers contain and process has become practically priceless to every PC owner. Just like everyone depends on a computer for information and communication. A stolen computer, even if it's low priced, can be a huge loss if it holds valuable financial data or months of research. A broken PC can easily cost hundreds of dollars to repair, especially if the data is damaged and needs to be recovered. So, for trouble free computer use, it is important to secure and regularly maintain your computer equipment just as you would your home and car. We have the following sections in this topic: the anti theft devices, surge protection and battery backup, basic maintenance, and troubleshooting and repair. Computers are prime targets for thieves. Many security breaches have been traced to stolen computers. The portability of laptop and tablet computers makes them particularly easy for a thief to grab, just as a wallet or handbag would be. So we have here the figure which contains important tips for protecting your portable computer from theft. Okay? You never leave your computer or notebook computer unattended, especially when you are at a coffee shop, the library, or the airport. If you have to leave your notebook computer in your car, never leave it in a plain view. Okay, you must lock it up in the trunk or cover it up so that it cannot be seen by thieves. Carry your notebook computer in an unconspicuous carrying case, okay, so that it would not be obvious for the thieves. Then record your notebook computer's make, model, and serial number. That's very important. And store them in a safe place. Okay, that's away from the computer. This is because many recovered computers cannot be returned to their owners because this tracking information, especially the model, make, and the serial number, are not supplied to the police officers. And of course, consider securing your notebook computer with an anti-theft devices. As you can see in this figure, the Kensington security slot, which is an industry standard way to secure a computer to a desk. Okay. Several computers um, contain anti-theft devices which are made available upon manufacturing. Most can be used for both desktop computers and laptop computers. Okay, as you can see in this figure, there is a security mechanism that's factory installed on many personal computers. It is small, reinforced oblong hole into which you can insert a special lock that can be attached to a cable. The cable can be fastened to a desk to prevent theft, that is as shown in this figure. Now, what is a power surge? To ensure that your computer stays in good running condition, it is essential to protect it from power surges. A power surge is a sudden increase in electrical energy affecting the current that flows to electrical outlets. Power surges often occur before or after power failures, which also put your computer and data at risk. Computers and peripheral devices require stable current and are particularly sensitive to sudden bursts of electrical energy. A powerful surge can ruin computers' circuitry, and smaller surges can slowly damage your computers, circuit boards, and other electrical components. Over time, even small, repeated power surges can shorten your PC's life. Power surges originate from a number of sources, like the downed power lines, power grid switching by the electric company, faulty wirings, and large appliances like refrigerators and air conditioning powering on and off. Lightning causes extremely large power surges and consequently poses a real threat to your computer equipment. Now, how can you protect your computer from power surges? You can protect your computer equipment from power surges by plugging it into a surge strip instead of directly into a wall outlet. For added protection during thunderstorms, shut down your computer, turn off your peripheral devices, and unplug the surge strip and all computer related cables from wall outlets, including the cable of your modem. Now, what is a surge strip and how does it work? Surge strip, also called a surge suppressor or surge protector, is a device that contains electrical outlets protected by circuitry that blocks surges. Some surge strips also have sockets for modem connections that prevent surges from traveling down telephone or cable lines and into your computer. So a surge strip like the one in this figure monitors the electrical current that passes from an outlet to all the devices plugged into the strip. When it detects a surge, it redirects the extra current to a grounded circuit. So a big power surge can burn out a surge strip while it tries to protect your equipment. Some surge strips have an indicator light that warns you if the surge strip is no longer functioning properly. So check the manufacturer's documentation to determine if you should discard the depleted strip. Okay, you can reset it or install a new fuse. Now, you may have the UPS or the uninterruptible power supply. So this is a device that not only provides surge protection but also furnishes desktop computers and network devices with battery backup power during a power outage. If your desktop computers is connected to a UPS, when a power outage occurs, the battery backup allows you to save what you're doing and properly shut down your computer. Depending on your system's configuration, a UPS with a high performance battery might give you enough backup power to keep your computer up and running for several hours. That's allowing you to continue to work during the entire power outage. Now, computer component failures can be caused by manufacturing defects and other circumstances beyond your control. You can undertake some preventive maintenance to extend the life of your computer equipment, just as regular tune ups, okay, that's lengthen the life of your car. Preventive maintenance can save you more than the cost of repairs. You also have you can also save the time you would have lost while tracing or tracking down problems and arranging the repairs. Regularly cleaning your computer components and peripheral devices helps to keep them in good condition. Now, how do you clean your keyboard? Always shut down your computer before you clean your keyboard so that you don't inadvertently type in commands that you don't want your system to execute. Also, disconnect the keyboard and remember where the connection is located. You can flip the keyboard over and shake it gently to get rid of debris that became lodged between the keys. You can also use a can of compressed air. A for effective. This is effective for removing debris. A vacuum cleaner can suck away the keys on your keyboard, so be very careful if you use one to clean your keyboard. You can also use cotton buds or cotton swabs. Just slightly moisten it with mild cleaning fluid to clean the slides of keys. Wipe the tops of the keys with a soft cloth again, slightly dampened with mild cleaning solution. Allow your keyboard to dry before you reconnect it. Keep drinks away from your computer to avoid spilling liquids into the keyboard. So this provides more information on cleaning your computer's keyboard. Now, how can you get dust and fingerprints off your computer screen? Dust and fingerprint smudges can easily accumulate on display screens and make them quite difficult to read. You should clean screens, especially touch screens, on a regular basis. It's always best to turn off your display device before you clean because a blank screen will reveal all the smudges, dust, and dirt. You can follow the manufacturer's instruction for cleaning your display screens using the recommended cleaning product. Spray the cleaner on a lint-free soft cloth, but never directly on a screen. Do not scrub. The membrane covering many screens is delicate and can be easily damaged. Make sure that fans are free of dust. Fans that cool your computer vent outside the case. Keep the area around your computer clean for and clear for good air circulation. It is important to be aware of the ventilation around your computer system and ensure that the fans are able to draw air from the room and blow it across the internal components. If your desktop's system unit is in an enclosed space, such as a cabinet, you might need to cut out a hole at the back to give your PC some room to breathe. Dust particles, dirt, and pet hair can collect on and around a computer's cooling fans and impede their performance. You should regularly use a can of compressed air or a vacuum cleaner hose to clean out debris from the vents and fans. Now, aside from cleaning your computer equipment on a regular basis, you should do the preventive maintenance tasks. Okay? You'll learn how to do this task in the later chapter, but the usual way that we are doing or the common way that we are doing for computer maintenance routine, we can back up our files regularly, like particularly those that are most important files. You might want to perform daily backups of critical data and monthly backups for all your files. You should also test your backup procedures periodically. You can run utilities that ensure peak performance for your hard disk drive, and in Windows, these utilities include a disk cleanup and disk defragmenter. So it's best to do this maintenance on a weekly basis. You can delete your browser's history and cache files on a monthly basis in order to free up space for your temporary files. The free space results in faster downloads from the internet. You can apply the latest operating system driver and security updates. You can scan your computer for viruses and spyware once a week. You can keep antivirus and spyware definitions updated. Now, how can I tell if something is wrong with my computer? There are several telltale signs that your computer is in trouble. The most obvious is the failure to power up, the loud beep that during the startup time can also indicate a problem. If your computer's screen remains blank or error messages appear, you might have a hardware problem. How do you troubleshoot a hardware problem? You might be able to solve many hardware problems by simply following these basic guidelines for troubleshooting. You can stay calm and don't jump to any conclusions until you've thought everything through. You can write down all error messages and other information that goes with them because some of the errors can be searchable through the net. You can make sure all components are plugged, okay, or plugged in and that there are no loose cables. For example, if your display device cable is loose, the indicator light will be off and your screen will be blank. You can try to duplicate the problems by going through the same steps that led you to it. Okay, look for troubleshooting and repair tips on your user's manual because usually you can see the troubleshooting tips and repair on the user's manual or on the vendor's website or even through a search engine. If you search the internet by typing in the error messages or errors, you might discover that at least one person has already found a solution to your problem. You can run on spyware or the anti-spyware and antivirus software. Okay, lurking viruses, worms, Trojan horses, and spyware. This can cause strange and unexplainable occurrences in your computer system. For example, spyware can cause your computer to keep displaying a pop-up messages and different ads, even if you are trying to close it. Maybe restarting your computer can clear up many minor operational problems. Windows always requires a reboot when it displays the blue screen of death. However, a more serious problem underlying the blue screen of death will not be resolved with a reboot. To reboot a PC, hold down the Control Alt and Delete key at the same time. When the next screen appears, select the Shutdown button. Troubleshooting and diagnostics tools can help you find the source of a problem and fix it. For example, Windows offers interactive troubleshooting tools formatted as a series of simple questions, answers, and recommendations. You might have to borrow a computer to run these tools if your computer is totally out of commission. You can also use a safe mode. Whether you use a PC or Mac, your computer probably has a safe special mode or special safe mode designated to for professional troubleshooting. On Macs, this mode is referred to as the safe boot, whereas Windows calls it safe mode. When operating on these modes, your computer uses a limited version of the operating system that allows you to use your mouse, screen, and keyboard, but no other peripheral devices. Safe mode and safe boot can be used to track down and uninstall programs or hardware that might be causing operational problems. If you are unable to fix a hardware problem yourself, you might have to call the technical support center for the device or component that is malfunctioning. You can also consider asking for help from a knowledgeable person or from computer repair professionals like the Geek Squad.